Hello, welcome to Train Simulator Classic, streamed into your monitor and through that into your eyes, which are technically part of your brain, from a very rainy UK. So, hello. Hello, favourite terracotta bottle maker and painter Sharda. Yes, filling our bus through his shoes, I see. Hello, Real Hanswasser. Welcome. Thanks again for showcasing those wonderfully well-made train games earlier. Although what was it? EEP 16, the first one? That did seem a fair bit, well, actually quite a lot more well-made than the second one. Although I will admit, the second one you showed, I did find quite funny. So, yeah. So today, we're going to go to the next locomotive in the list. So, last time we did the BR186, which the scenario ended kind of abruptly, because apparently even though I was in the other locomotive going forwards, so with the regulator in forward gear, facing that direction, the tab key still gave permission for the opposite signal anyway. So, now we're going to do the BR204. This has scenarios for the Inselbahn Stralsund to Sassnitz. So that should be fun. I mean, I was well, to the rescue. Or the rescue. Your shift is ending, and you only have one last train to shunt together. Okay, so that's a shunting scenario, of course. This one's... okay, I think all of these are shunting. Yeah, let's do the snow one. Why not? So far we've pretty much only been doing snow scenarios just out of coincidence. So let's continue. I mean, I will... when we get to the other locomotives for these routes, I will make sure that we get non-winter non-winter stuff on these routes as well, to showcase them in a bit more of a vibrant state. So yeah. Thanks for the tremendous stream earlier. It's really fun, yes. EEP 16. Also, one more thing I noticed about EEP mission. The thing where it'd drop you onto the ground when you zoom out all the way. That's the opposite of trains. Yeah. ETSM is essentially an extension of EEP. Or EASTM is essentially an extension of EEP. One is editor only and one is driver only. True. Although the editor definitely seemed a lot more well constructed from what I saw. In modern versions of trains, when you zoom in all the way, it'd throw you into first person mode. Saluda Great Route. What? No, we don't have that. No idea they were making this. Oh, were they? Oh, I didn't even read it. But that was actually really interesting. The Saluda Great. That was the steepest standard gauge line in the US, I think. Right. Hello, driver. It is nearing the end of your shift, and you have been asked to do one last task for the day. We have a few SGG RSS container wagons that need sorting into consistent preparation for departing freight train later today. This won't take long. Okay, well, let's have a look around. Engine gear, active engine gear, fast. Sure, yeah, that makes sense, hopefully. But yeah, you can see we've got a cab here. And then we've got a cab over on the other side. Hold on. Can I cycle through that? Hopefully. Yeah, there we go. Alright, it's just like that. I went all the way around. So yeah, because this can be operated in both directions. Let's turn the lights on. Actually, for performance reasons, let's not turn the lights on. I know that we really should have them on, but for performance reasons, no. Right, so first we need to couple to some stuff. Where is this stuff? Show task. Oh, it's already selected. Okay, so we're coming in from over there, which means switch that, switch that. Actually, no, that was already correct. There we go. I have a question. In this game, what does it mean when the switch dot on the map view is yellow instead of the blue? Imagine this look in S-livery. That'd be interesting. Nederlandse Spoorwegen might not even look out of place. Game lags and the controls aren't even animated. Shake my head. What? What do you mean the controls aren't animated? Look, if I put this into reverse, look, animated. As in rotating, share dice. Ah. Okay, does this have manually locked brakes? And yeah, look, these controls here, that's rotating right there. Okay, now does this have... Not even sure where I would see the... What's a 40 kilometers an hour? Is that actually accurate? I'm not sure. Click, 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 yes. Actually, this is quite a cozy cab. Are the cab lights on? No, no, they are. Okay. I'm sure we'll get a better thumbnail in a bit. Is this a diesel mechanical engine, by chance? Because I know that in Britain there were a few diesel mechanical shunters. Also, are these brakes manually lapped or are they automatically lapped? Graduated self-lap. No, they look like they're automatically lapped, I think. Hold on. Yeah, it looks like they're automatically lapped. Good to know. Whoop, drive quality? What do you mean drive quality? We don't have anybody to complain here. I'll rechat in a moment. What does that say? Achtung, veröffnen, spannungslos schalten. So basically, it means turn the power off before open. Warning! Before you open, turn the power off! Basically. Actually, that's a pretty fair rate of deceleration. 1 second. It's lovely how rainy it is. I don't want to bump... don't want to bump these too hard. Okay, that sounds interesting. Also, I may have to couple these manually because this doesn't have a knuckle coupler. Okay, there we go. Plunk. Sure. Okay. Was this not what I needed to do? Okay, now I need to couple up to the ones on the other side, which means go backwards and then go the other way. I'll reach out in one moment. First I need to actually get started going this way. Right. Was an Eep mission reference. Ah, yes. Oh, you're right, it does rotate. I think he means that the UI isn't running circles. Yeah. Wrong cab, yep. Shunting has a general speed limit of 25 kilometers per hour, with the exception of the announcement of a freeway, which shunting can go up to 40 kilometers per hour. By the way, if I say miles per hour, I mean kilometers per hour. Now that's what I call boxy. It is lovely though. Oh, hello, Amichu, welcome. Just thought I'd share the good news. I have someone wanting to commission my art. Ooh. Oh, that's great. Congratulations. I'm happy for you. Oh, it's not the 294. I couldn't have told them apart. Yeah, I'm not an expert on this either, although we do have a bit of a blinking light there. What does that say? Water... oh, meter... Hold on, I can't tell what that says. Meterstörung. Meterstörung. Interesting. Hey, congratulations! Should be diesel hydraulic. Ah. Interesting. Okay, have we cleared the switch yet? No, we need to go a bit further. I think we're about to clear the switch. Change that. Which apparently doesn't work. Hold on. 1 second. No, that does work. So why doesn't it update here? Oh, it does, but the blue path doesn't update. Do I need to pull forward more? First, maybe? Even though it looks like I'm clear of the switch, maybe I do. Well, no, you can see the wheels are clearly not on the tracks here. But maybe the game... Maybe it's still a little bit... Maybe the game thinks that it's closer than it actually is. Okay, let's go a little bit further. That should be plenty. Now let's stop here. Now will it switch? There we go. Although I think that was the wrong points anyway, because yeah, that was the... Okay. Yeah, I needed to switch that one unless I went further than I thought. I think I might have gone further than I thought. Okay. Release the brakes. And let's go back. By the way, these ones are permanently coupled. You can see these are two. They're permanently coupled in the middle. They share a bogie. Do any of these have their handbrakes on? They don't have handbrakes, okay. Why are we barely moving? Hold on. Now will we go? Yes, there we go. Yeah, should be diesel hydraulic. Cuff would be diesel mechanical. Ah, yes, brakes are auto-lapped. Stream title. Our train simulator adventures continue. 294 is less boxy and has a larger difference between the long and short nose. Right. Oh yes, die BR204. Looks good. Possibly the rear is still fouling it. You have to be clear of the game's internal connection, which is nowhere near the point toes. Yeah, on some points that's true. On other points, it is actually right where the toes are, or where the points are. I suppose it varies. Yeah, that's a good point. Also, for those of you who are here now, I'm going to give you a little I suppose preview information. I've almost finished repainting all the stuff for the MBR. I'm currently working on the freight livery for the F7, because I've got the F7 in the passenger stuff, which is with a magenta, but now I'm currently repainting it in the freight, and I'm almost finished with that. So then, after that, I just need to find a coach that I can reskin and upload to the DLS, and hopefully also some steamers, or if I can't find any steamers that I can actually reskin, then hopefully I'll find some undecorated ones that I can use, but hopefully I'll be able to find some to reskin that I can put the logo on. And then that's it, pretty much. And it's just a matter of hoping that Train Boy 1 actually gets... Yes? Actually gets back to me about the reskins. Okay, so what more do we need? Couple to the stuff in the next track over. Okay. Right. Save, thank you. But yes. Sounds great. That's it for the best, yeah. And I mean, he was quite quick in answering the first time when I wrote to him, so he's probably just on holiday or something. I'll likely also repaint the speeder cart. Yeah, that'd be nice, I think. I mean, I may repaint some more locomotives as time goes on. Like, for example, the Kraus Maffei or the... what were they called? Some of the other locomotives. Like, I have a whole list of locomotives that would fit great, that I actually do have permission to reskin. But I think that I'm not going to reskin those before I start making the sessions. PA1, PB1? Yeah, I mean, yeah, stuff like that. Maybe not those specific ones, but stuff like that, yeah. Yeah, because I don't want to delay the sessions that much more. If I'm making the sessions and I feel that the route would really be enriched by having some more locomotives, then I can still reskin those. But I think that's good. By the way, the live stream upload is being processed by YouTube and should be available in an hour or so for everyone who wants to rewatch. Thank you. Although it may take a while for it to actually appear in its proper resolution, because, I mean, for me, for my live streams, even some of them that are only like 2 hours or something, it still often takes quite a few hours for the 720, 1280 by 720 resolution to actually appear on YouTube. Should the top of that also be worn, like the flat car? What do you mean? Oh, the speeder thing. Maybe. Will you put the Ingalls shipbuilding logo in the MVR Freight Livery 2 chart race? Perhaps. I think that might be a thing that I'll do if a session requires it. Because I already know that I will need the F7s in both liveries. And the Ingalls shipbuilding, I think, looks really nice in the magenta. It would probably also look nice in the other livery, in the freight livery, but I was thinking of it more as a passenger locomotive for maybe smaller trains or something like that. But I might. I guess it depends on if a session needs it or not. And besides, since all of the locomotive and rolling stock reskins are all gonna go on the DLS anyway, I can still make reskins. I mean, technically, even after the route's released, because, well, if people want to make their own sessions or run their own scenarios on the route, and they'd really not need this locomotive in another livery, then I can still add that, even if none of the official sessions use it. Not saying that's what's going to happen, but I'm saying that it would still be an option. That's wonderful, thanks. You can always have locos in other liveries appear on the route. Surely other railroads also operate trains in the Milton Valley sometimes. Oh yeah, definitely. Definitely. It's just with the... Like, I would... Yeah, it's true. It's just, I always imagined the MVR... Because it's in transitional era, I'd always imagined it being still a mix of old MVR steam locomotives and modern diesel stuff. And if the steam locomotives all have Baltimore and Ohio lettering on them or something like that, or Pennsylvania Railroad. I mean, Pennsylvania Railroad would make a lot of sense, considering that the route is supposed to be set around there, although the P&O would also kind of make sense. But it would be a compromise, which, I mean, it's not the worst thing if we do end up doing that, but I would prefer it to be better. Drop off all... Oh, we need to drop off all the stuff. Okay. I guess that's actually all the stuff? Like, hold on. Hello again, driver. It seems as though a regional express train to Sassnitz has become stuck with passengers on board. Reports suggest that the electrical equipment has frozen up, and it is currently blocking traffic between Sassnitz and Lietzow. Lietzow. There are also passengers stranded on board. We would like you to rescue this train and finish the journey to Sassnitz, stopping at all stations. It's like, yeah, we would like you to do this. You don't have to. We would like you to do that. Stopping at all stations. A southbound RE9 service that is currently being held at Lanken. So please do not delay. Good. Right, so let's just make sure we know which direction we need to go. We need to go basically forward. We're already in the correct way, so off to the rescue! Although I'm not going to crank up the throttle too much, otherwise we're going to get a driving penalty, even though the we don't have any passengers on board to complain or anything like that. It still would detract points. Ah, gotcha. I definitely plan on making my own sessions for the MVR. Already got some ideas. Ah, lovely. Ooh, that was interesting. I almost forgot to press tab. Not sure if that would have made a difference, but there we are. There's an idea. GE U15 MVR freight. Well, with how twisty and turny the MVR is, I don't really think that the U50 would fit that well. Whoops, that's speeding. This thing accelerates quite quickly without wagons attached. Lietzow kind of sounds like a Polish city. Guilt-tripping you into rescuing them. Well, yeah, you're right. Also, we can open the window, I think. Maybe? Maybe not. Or do we need to unlock a latch somewhere? Something, I don't know. Need to keep an eye on the right-of-way. Right. If I got my geography correctly, the route shouldn't be that far from the Polish border. Alright, yeah, you're right. Shadows, maybe if the U50 only ran up the main line and not into the mountains? Well... Also, that's a yellow up ahead. Perhaps. Although... I don't know, it just... Also, that was a 4, so... Okay, we're already only going 40, so that's fine. I don't know. It might feel like a bit of a waste. Because if you think about it, every every locomotive that I reskin, that I make for this, needs to take a share of the sessions, because otherwise there's no point in making it. And so if I'm gonna have X amount of sessions, then yeah, basically you divide that by the number of locomotives, and so that means the more locomotives I have, the less each locomotive gets to have its own ones. Like with a CMR, a lot of the locomotives there also only had a single session dedicated to them, which I like. With the amount of the route that I had, I could have made some more sessions, but it wouldn't really have been anything new. And so having having a smaller number of locomotives that then have more sessions, so you can really get to know the locomotives, may be preferable, but I don't know. We'll see. I like the loco's lower down door as well. Very V200. Yeah, looks good. But yeah, yeah. Unless it's AI of background clutter. Well, at that point, I don't think that it's really justified spending all of the time making that reskin and making it look good if it's only gonna be background clutter or only gonna be AI. Maybe if I'd attempt it? That is a very kind offer. But I want to be sure that I'm actually gonna use it before anybody spends their valuable time and energy making such a repaint. Okay, passengers, get ready for a bump. Actually, let's say first. Okay. Slowly approaching, as I'm sure you can agree. Actually, let's double check. Hold on. Where are these stranded passengers, eh? I don't see any stranded passengers, do you? I don't see a single stranded passenger. Okay, not a driver in here. Is there a driver on this side? No. Is there a driver on this side? No. There's not a single human being on board this train. Now complete the rest of the journey to Sassnitz, stopping at Sagard, Lacken, and Sassnitz. Good. But first, I would like to get a screenshot, if at all possible. Ooh, can I turn on the lights there? Ooh, there we go. Ah, yeah, that's probably going to be a thumbnail. And lights back off for performance. Right, I need to go back to this direction. And hold on, is this, which way is forward? Is this way forward, or is that the other way? No, that's the wrong way. I need to actually put it into backward. Actually, assuming that we do need to actually head this way. Yes, we do. Good. Good, good. This is actually an interesting scenario. Well done. Most of the... well, not most. I shouldn't say most. But a lot of the train simulator scenarios aren't that... special. Usually it's just... okay, there's just an ordinary trip and it's just ordinary as it... and that's pretty much it. But some unexpected things happening, like this, that's pretty good. Also, I appreciate that this locomotive is actually off and it isn't making sound, so that's good. There's a 4 signal there. They're waiting to sneak. They're waiting for a sneak attack. Yeah. Also, look, the super elevation. Fun. When they heard you'd be in charge of rescuing them, they fled. Yeah, I mean, it's literally less than a kilometer to that house, and only about 2 kilometers to the yard. And it's only 4-ish kilometers to the next station, so... okay, our Hauptsignal is good. Died and succumbed to cannibalism. In that order. Passengers are available by buying the standard passengers DLC pack. This isn't Eep. Awfully clean for that, innit? Ha ha. They never said it was humans you were saving. Maybe it's a few insects on the windows? Good point. Okay, the speed is going to drop down to 60, so I'm going to apply some brakes. Ooh, that's slowing quite quickly. Yeah, I haven't quite gotten the hang of releasing these brakes yet. Applying them, that's quite easy. Releasing them, a little bit more tricky, as it would appear. By the way, the reason why the camera keeps going back there is because I keep pressing 2 to go to the front of the train, forgetting that the front is technically back there. Oh yeah, the brake, even if I put it in the lowest applied state, it still brakes quite a lot. Okay, we've got 2.5 kilometers left to get to the next station. Yeah, insects are people too. Or maybe it's the spiders in the luggage rack. Oh, definitely. Yeah, really surprised by this. You might be surprised, but most of our shifts are just ordinary journeys. Really? But doesn't that mean driving trains is kind of tedious after a while? Maybe even boring? Nah. I'm sure it's a new adventure every day. Definitely. No way that ordinary operations are ordinary. With Deutsche Bahn? No way. What sounds funnier, Eep or Omsi? Eep. Because Eep sounds like you're scared of it. I mean, delays are quite common, and sometimes we only get half the train. But the other half... sometimes we only get half the train, but the other... then that large chaos is pretty uncommon. But what? Common... and sometimes we only get half the train, but the other... Not sure, that might be misspelled. I'm not sure that makes much sense. But other than that... Oh, sorry, I completely misread it. My mistake. Sometimes we only get half the train, but other than that... large chaos is pretty uncommon. There we go, that makes more sense. Sorry about that. I was trying to pay attention to my driving while looking over there to read, and I didn't end up reading properly. Which I know the priority should be on reading rather than driving the train, but... oh well. But other than that large chaos, it's pretty uncommon. Yeah, you could read it like that as well. Try to release the brakes 10-15 kilometers ahead of your target speed. Okay, I'll try that. You don't pronounce it EEP, it's EEP. True, but EEP sounds funnier to me. Also, with Trains in the Era, also that is the abbreviation is pronounced TAIN by the community. So, I'd like to ask, which half? Left, right, top, bottom? Well, it can't very well be the back half, because if it were the back half, then how could you pull that into the station if the locomotive's at the front? And it can't very well be the top half, because then we wouldn't have any wheels. Left or right wouldn't work either for the same reason. So either it's the bottom half, so we've still got all the wheels, or it's the front half, and we've got some wheels, but some of it is just dragging along the tracks. Now that's assuming that it's cutting a single car in half by that. Okay. Sagard. Here we come. Actually, it's not but the other... yeah. I know. It's an abbreviation for Eisenbahn.exe professional. And very professional it is indeed. I'm probably going to be quite late because I've been driving under the speed limit quite a lot. Yeah, see, I just wanted to do a little reduction. Maybe the loco brakes would be better for small reductions like that rather than the train brake. Ooh, is that on properly? No, let's go a little bit further forward, 1 second. I know you're not really supposed to... hold on. I was looking at the icons at the bottom. There we go. And doors open. Oh, come on, you're still not going to open the doors? Look, you're completely on board. Even at the bottom, you're completely on board the green. Aww. Ahem, right. Ooh, actually, that might be a nice thumbnail there as well. Ooh, I need to... 1 second. Actually, that's probably going to be a thumbnail. Maybe this one. We'll see. Okay, now when starting, I'm gonna apply a little bit of throttle first. Let the RPMs build up, and then release the brake, because we're on a grade. Okay. Exclamation point outside of quotes. Don't ask me why they decided to name their game after the executable. I don't know why. Ah, yeah, that makes sense. It originally became as EEEC, which stands for Eisenbahn.exe European class. Okay. Like OMSI, it's really also OMSI. Yeah, but pretty much everyone pronounces it as OMSI. True. 2 other games where the UI rotates are actually Spinta's and Madrona. though there it's not nearly as intense or irritating, just a slight effect which makes it look more 3D. You do not ever use the loco brakes for braking a train, just to keep it from rolling away. Yeah, but I meant in Train Simulator. In Train Simulator, it might be, if I just want to make a tiny reduction of only like 1 or 2 kilometers an hour, in the simulation, the loco brake might be better suited for the job, even if in the real world you wouldn't use it. Headlights, yeah. See this yellow triangular sign on the platform? Would be interesting if, as an Easter egg, one of them was a radiation warning one. Sure. Also, pulling ahead if you stopped too early is fine, as long as you got a door supervision system, which your loco doesn't. Well, my door supervision system is this. But yeah. Emichu, how's Bedrock going? Asks Kango. Do Vipers work? Well, I'd have to see their contracts. And our gauge lights. Well, Vipers is that... Yeah, Vipers of course work. What was the... Is there a button for the gauge lights? Cab desk light. That one doesn't work. Doesn't work. Doesn't work. That one... Engine, no, do not touch the engine start stop. That looks like it... Oh, instrument lights, there we go. Yeah, it does work. Actually, I'll keep that on. Oh, we've got a digital speed indicator. Nice. A loco... Release loco brake. Sander. Pizza B, nope, not touching that. That's all Pizza B, I'm not touching that. Sifa. Ooh. Okay, so Lacken Platform 2 is about 1 kilometer away. Door supervision system. Poking your head out the window and getting frostbite. Yes, that's pretty much what I did. Hey, working on commission pricing sheet at the moment. Haven't had the chance to Minecraft yet. Yeah, I mean, honestly, if I got a commission for artwork, I wouldn't have the patience to play Minecraft either. I'd want to get right to figuring all of that out. So yes, that is very understandable. Semaphore! Okay, does that mean that because the top one... Now, I may be misreading that, but the top one was the Hauptsignal. I think there was a Hauptsignal, yeah, which was up, so that was clear. The bottom one was, I think, the Vorsignal, which was yellow, which would indicate that the next signal is red. Also, there's the other service that we need to pass. Hello. Okay. No, that signal is... It was a semaphore with the top arm was up and the bottom arm was all the way up. I believe. I think it looked like that, only the top arm was raised like this. So it was a green light on top and then was the yellow on the bottom. Yeah. So the top one was showing the green light and the bottom one was showing the yellow light. Ooh, doors, yeah. Oh, and now the front ones. Yeah, I can't go by the bottom display, because at the bottom, the little green line is supposed to show where the platform is, and that's the locomotive at the front, and then we've got the first car there, the first coach, which here is clearly on the green. But if I actually look at the physical thing, you can see I've overshot it. So yeah. Actually, is that even... Yeah, I think that's right. Right. Ooh, I can continue. Oh wait, request to surpass signal danger denied? Oh, so do we have a danger signal, or is that... Hold on, do I need to... I'm quickly gonna save. I think I might need to... I think that's for the one behind us, because we're technically in reverse. So I think I should be able to just go through here, but I've saved just in case. Yeah, I think we're technically running backwards. So, and I can't ask to pass through the signal behind me. Cars, do not cross. No, cars, do not, I repeat, do no. Fine, but that only worked because you were metaphysically able to phase through my train. But don't do that again. Alright. Back in my day, we didn't need no stinking CCTV system. We used to have these certain body parts called necks and eyes, which we used to make sure all's right back behind us. Pretty much. Oh, and there's Sassnitz at the bottom of the hill. So I'm gonna idle it here because we're going downhill anyway, so it should be fine. Yeah, it's going well. Could you show the signal again? Already described it. Top was diagonal. The player loco is disproportionately large. Ooh, we need to brake. Yeah, there we go. Yeah, that's true. I think that might be what's throwing it off at the bottom. Actually, is there some sort of a speed restriction at the signal? Can't see anything. The entire thing is the Hauptsignal. A mechanical foresignal is a large yellow disc. Yes, that's true. I had forgotten that. Are you running backwards? Yes. Much like Gordon did. But I suppose nowadays no one needs those anymore. With all the fancy fangled camera systems, or the flexi necks at least. Or the flexi necks at least. Nowadays, they all just have their heads resting on the tops of their torsos, gazing at their digital monitors, perpetually relying on the lack of software errors. I mean, that's a good point. Okay, how was that? Not quite, but I already opened the doors. Yeah, so in terms of stopping position, yeah, not great this time around. In terms of coupling sort of gently to my cars, wagons / coaches, actually pretty good, I think. One diagonal wing means go at line speed. 2 diagonals means proceed at reduced speed. 40 km an hour by default. Can be altered by the timetable or additional signals. That is good to know. Great work, driver. One last task for you is to shunt this consist into the siding for storage until it can be taken away for inspection and possible repairs. Ooh, good. Okay. Do we need to go forwards or backwards or something else? Ah. Oh, right. So I'm guessing since the track ends right back there, we need to go backwards and then into the siding. So let's do that. Well, technically forwards. Right. Sorry, that was my bad. My handbrake stopped working. Metaphysically. Right, the cars. Yeah. Tends to happen in the winter, especially terrifying when you're skidding on ice towards a level crossing. Not speaking from experience, obviously. Busy going backwards, eh? We're busy going backwards, reversing the whole day through, trying to find lots of things to do. Don't remember those lyrics. I don't recall them either, but they are fitting. Not to do. Alright. Trying to find lots of things not to do. Sorry. Okay, have we passed the switch yet? No, clearly not. Busy doing nothing, which I did in a panto in 2009. Nice. Well done. Okay, well that's not switched the track. Well, it has switched the tracks, but it's not updated the route. So I'm going to reverse a little bit more. Pantomime, I'm assuming. Don't think I've heard that term before. Pantomime, yeah, probably. Typically a Xmas play. Pantomime? What, sorry? Man, you either haven't lived or haven't missed anything important. Depending if you like cheesy Christmas shows usually based on fairy tales. Okay. It's still not updated our route. Am I not supposed to go this way? Am I... Hold on, can I switch the junction in front of me? Nope, I cannot do that. That's not what I want. Okay. Well, I'm gonna try going back the other way. No, the points are clearly set the wrong way because at the bottom I can still see Sassnitz. Maybe I need to reverse more. Oh, it is! Sorry about that. Try to click it in 3D. That's a good point. Let me just quickly apply the brakes a little bit. Nope, it won't. It's trying to, but the computer keeps setting it back. Because this isn't a manual switch, it's a dispatcher controlled one. Or does it really want me to fit the whole train up there in front and then reverse back through it? Okay, there are two things I could try. One, go forward, reverse back through. Two, go back, out, and reload in. That might fix it. because that's gonna take a bit of time. Okay, actually, tell you what, I'm gonna save here. Then I'm gonna go forward, aka backward. And I'm gonna try to see if my train fits in the in the siding at the back. I didn't think that it would, but maybe it will. Who knows? Wait, what? Why are we... Now it switched... Okay, now it switched the points. Maybe it was just because I was going the wrong way and it hadn't updated. Although no, I did go forward a little... Well, backward a little bit. I mean, I'm not complaining about it switching the points. Finally. Okay. There we go. I should tell you what, it was the points that were frozen. That's it. By the way, this is in Germany, if you didn't know. No need to apologize. I suppose it is very much a British tradition and not everyone's cup of tea. Right. Childhood trauma with school plays. Yes, a possible tale for tomorrow. Yeah, I enjoy acting and theatre and that sort of thing. Fantastic work. No more duties to complete now. You can now... Wait, what? Fantastic work. No more duties to complete now. You can go and have a rest. You can go and have a rest. Okay. Well, I think that all things considered, that was fairly successful. We've only lost like 53 points, something like that, out of 1,000. And we've gone past midnight. Not by much. Let's just wait until it's in the menu, and then I'll... Oh, well, I even got gold. Oh, what? See, this is one thing that does... Oh, actually, awarded for completing that scenario. Okay, there we go. This is one thing that annoys me a little bit, which is you can't see the details if you click on the thing. So, next time. Let's see. Next time, it would be the BR204. Although this is on the Köln to Koblenz, which I may have to skip this one because this route, I believe, had some graphical glitches because I'm running it on my virtual machine, and or was really laggy. And it looks like both of these scenarios take place at the Köln, well, at Köln, at the Köln yard, so yeah, I might have to skip those. Which would be unfortunate, but perhaps. Well, if we do have to skip that, then we're up to the cab forward next, and then we begin, well, we continue with British stuff, and by British stuff, I mean British stuff for absolutely ages. Look at all this British stuff. But we do get into some more American stuff after all of that, at some point. I'm sure we will, well, German stuff first, some more German stuff, and then we get into some more American stuff, some more British stuff, and somewhere near the end, there we go, the ICEs. Looking forward to those at some point in the future. And then we've got the TGVs as well, and all of this fun stuff. But yeah, so next up, either this one, if we manage to get the session working right, or the cab forward. So there we go. Now it's time to read chat, and then I'm gonna go. I had heard the term before, but really only when referring to this, mime artist. Yeah, I think that it may be American versus British usage of the term, because you do have that where the same term is used to refer to different things, depending on where you are. I suppose you are meant to go forward then? But that seems too short. Yeah, I think it was just Train Simulator being slightly buggy. Oh, I'm sorry to hear that. I did ask some Americans once, and they were curious why a pantomime act needed a loudspeaker system. Yeah, I do think that it's an American versus British usage of the term. Yeah, I would have likely asked the same thing. Yep, north coast of Germany, northeast. You can now go and have a rest. Okay then, didn't expect to be called out like that. You can now pull a Kango and have a rest. I could make you a scenario for the loco on another route. Maybe. We'll see. So, okay, maybe. We'll see next time if the scenarios that come with the locomotive do work or if they don't. If they don't, then we'll go over to the cab forward, and then maybe I'll take you up on that offer and we'll come back to it. That is a kind offer, but we'll see if it's necessary. We'll see. Yes, that route is extremely laggy. Even on my PC, it's terrible. I think you said before it's about trying out alternative locos. So if you skipped some, I don't think people would object, like the variants of the Class 66. Yeah, that's a good point. And to be honest, I was probably gonna skip some anyway. Look here, we've got on this page we've got 3 variants of the 158, well, 4 variants of the 458, and then we've got a whole bunch of stuff. But we'll come to those cases on the specific case-by-case case, I think, just in case. Yeah. Right, so the Inselbahn's Taurus at the very end. Yeah, for that I will also need, if I do want to drive that, I'll need to drive it on a different route, because the Inselbahn, as you may or may not know, at one point, if a certain area of the route is loaded, it just completely crashes the virtual machine. A few other routes have a similar issue, well, it's the same issue, but luckily not many. 4158s. Yeah, one's in there twice. For turbostars, just in case. Also, when you get to the ICEs, I do have a triplet of scenarios for the ICET. I'm not sure if I have that one or not, but we'll get to it when we get to it. Oh, I know. Do you have the ICET? I do not know. Though one of those might be broken. Had issues with it recently. Only the TD. Honestly, I don't know. Like, the point of me going through all these locomotives, as CodeMonkey has already said as well, is that when I play Train Simulator, which I pretty much only do for streams anyway, but when I play Train Simulator, I tend to mostly go towards the same trains and the same routes. And so a lot of the stuff that I have bought when it was on sale or in packs or whatever over the past, I've not really played that much yet. And so just going through all of it, well, it means that I get to experience the stuff that I've already paid for. Anyway, good night. And we'll see you sometime in the future. Perhaps tomorrow, perhaps another day. Bye-bye. Good night, bye-bye. Yes.